What's going on, y'all? Know where I'm at? You know what I'm about to do. Just play up on the cow. Want to highlight y'all real quick, and I want to talk about our player partner, Nick Cannon. Now, Nick Cannon, he made the tabloids this week for some things he said on the Breakfast Club. I want to talk about that, and I want to talk about how that's a hindrance to our community and just the community as a whole. All communities, right? All communities matter. Anyway, what Nick likes to do, he likes to get in different relationships with women, whether it's long term or short term. He'll just have babies with them, right? Show up to the baby shower, shoot, take little pictures, and I'm pretty sure he donates. He's very financial in his kid's life, but he keeps doing this with multiple women, multitudes of women. Now, he's a high value man, or whatever you want to call it. He has paper, so he has a little bit more leeway to do that. But even still, bros, just because you can do it, should you? In my personal opinion, bros, excuse me, we should not be out here making multiple babies. It's irresponsible. It's very irresponsible. You wanna know why? That drains you financially, first and foremost, right? That drains you of your resources. And second of all, your kids are not getting the one thing that they're gonna need if you're always spread out. And the one thing they need the most is time. How are you gonna have time to split between all of these children in different homes? Look, I know how they might have did shit back in the day, back in ancient times or whatever, but we're not living in those times now. If you're a productive man in society, you have to work. Your time is going to be dedicated to your purpose, to your work, to your goals, to everything else. You know how hard it is to do all of that and have a child? I have a child. I have a daughter. You know how hard it is to do that? Now imagine doing that with 3 or 4 different women. There's 3 or 4 homes, 3 or 4 mouths you got to feed. And if you're a father to one child, you already know how hard it can be. And if you're a father to multiple children, you know what I'm talking about, right? It's not easy. So why would you as a man put yourself in that predicament with multiple women? No, that's not the move. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with Nick Cannon in any shape, form, or fashion when it comes to that. That's something that we can't do. No. It just ain't right. Like I said, I know how they did back in the day. You might have had a family on the other side of town. All the kids found out about each other at the funeral. I understand. This shit happens, right? That doesn't mean that it was right. Just because our old folks did it back in the day, that don't mean that shit was right. It don't. You should only have as many kids as you can afford to maintain. And I just don't mean afford financially. Can you afford to be in their lives? Can you afford to be a positive influence? Can you afford to be in that house, even if you're not in the house? Can you afford to be there in all ways that you can? It's hard with one child. So what do you think is going to happen when you got 2, 3, 4, 5 of them running around? And the ones that suffer at the end are the babies. They're the ones that suffer the most. So Nick Cannon, I can't rock with you on that, boss. Sorry, I can't. Fan of walling out or whatever. Stood behind you with the NBC thing, but I can't fuck with you on that. Bros, it is sexually and financially irresponsible to make multitudes of babies with multiple women. And this is coming from a guy that loves sex. I know you love sex because I love sex. We all do. You still gotta be more responsible than that. Can't do that, bro. You can't afford it. I don't care if you making bank or not. You can't afford it. It is better in this society to be with a woman, have a child with that woman, and raise a family with that woman. It is better in this society. and you want to play around and slang and bang, do that, but just don't make no babies. That's what I'm saying. But if you want to go that other route and have a family, you have to be there for the best possible outcome. You have to be there. Besides you working and being on your grind, because you know you're going to be out the house doing that, right? When you come home, you still have to be there. And you know how much time is limited when you're doing that. So imagine trying to do that with multiple mouths. It just ain't a small thing to do. Anyway, holla at y'all. Talk to y'all later. Your ass up.